So you became a millionaire at age 18.
My friend was roofied. I thought of the idea of a scrunchie that doubles as a drink cover. We've done over 10 million in sales now.
You've done amazing collabs.
I've been rejected so many times.
Shark Tank.
You guys want the Shark Tank tea?
We want the tea.
I'm gonna spill it all. Nothing stops me.
How does this affect your general view of people?
The most common person to spike your drink is someone that you know. That was probably the craziest night of my life.
The girls are gonna be so safe.
I know.
And when the girls are safe, everyone better watch the fuck out.
Watch out.
This week's guest, Sweetie Babies, is Shirah Benarde. She is the founder and inventor of Nightcap, which is a device, like a scrunchie thing that covers your drink to make sure that people don't get roofied anymore. It's really iconic. She's won the Time Magazine's Best Invention Award. She's done partnerships with Forever 21, the NBA, Bumble, the Mets, Unwell, Amazon, and more. She's on Forbes 30 Under 30 because she's literally 23 years old. She started this when she was 16, and she went on Shark Tank when she was 17, won that shit, saving lives all over America and beyond. So enjoy this week's episode with Shirah. Okay, sweetie. Okay, sweetie. Okay, sweetie. Okay, sweetie.
Okay, sweetie.
The Okay, Sweetie show. So you became a millionaire at age 18.
Oh, because of the
Instagram.
School of Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I should take that off my profile.
No,
that's so bad to be the first thing going on.
It's a good hook.
Well, it's a
I'd be like, how'd she do that?
Well, okay. There's millionaire, yes, you become a millionaire because your business makes
so
millions
coy.
of dollars, right? But you invest. It's a great topic. It is. It's like your business makes millions of dollars, but you're spending.
So what's the definition of a millionaire? Is that what we're going over right now?
Yeah, we can. Well, I think
the School of Hard.
So the School of Hard Knocks, they asked me when I became a millionaire. So the question is really when did your business make $1 million?
Okay.
Which 18
so it
or
took
19.
You 2 years.
Yeah.
This is the business, boys and girls, Nightcap. Can you show me how it works?
So Nightcap is we're the drink spiking prevention company. This is our hero product, and you put that over your drink when you're out at a bar, party, club, restaurant, festival. She has a cover on top of a cover now.
Yeah,
so
we gotta be extra safe here.
Perfect. And then basically that goes on your drink.
Is it not the cutest thing ever? Wait, the straw's all wonked up.
She's so cute.
It's bad. It's bad.
I feel like you should have taken the lid off the cup.
No, it's
but
perfect.
at this point,
it kind of looks good.
Double prevenge.
Double prevenge. And so then you put it around the cup, but you can also wear the scrunchie in your hair and wash it, of course.
And
reuse it.
It tucks into here. And you can wear it on your wrist.
Yeah, so I have one. I think it's in my pocket.
Bro, it's so cute.
It's sitting right next to me. This one's purple. We're matching today.
We met you at South by Southwest because you were interviewing Rebecca Minkoff. And I looked and I saw you from afar and I was like, she's one of them ones. I was like,
that was crazy.
Did she just walk up and you just had that?
That is how we met.
You had the control.
I forgot we met that way because I thought, because we ran into each other again at Female Quotient.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rebecca, I was on Rebecca's podcast. She has a podcast called Superwoman.
Yeah.
And I did her podcast 2 years ago. And I think we just ended up following each other on Instagram. Mm-hmm. But I interviewed her at the Ink House.
And you're with those girls who have the really cute pepper spray.
Yeah.
Which I just love.
Ashley.
I was I don't know why I keep wanting to look at the camera. Let's just chat.
Well,
let's get to know each other.
This is also this necklace that I'm wearing right here. It actually calls the police. So
if I touched it right now, it would call the police.
If you double click it twice, it will alert the cops. The cops will show up.
In any place in the country or the world?
I think that it's international.
Wait, so that's so funny. You're just in with all these brands that are making things safer for women, but make it cute.
But make it cute.
These pepper spray things were what was it, Knuckles?
So yeah,
with glitter.
They're the pepper spray. They call it the Safely Sidekick, and it's Knuckles. They have a thing on the
they're bedazzled
side to break a window if you're ever in an emergency. And then they have an alarm on it and pepper spray on it. It's all in one. So why I bring this up is because they just added this technology into the pepper spray.
Oh, that's part of their thing.
It's not, but they just added it. So they're launching, actually they're launching it this week. So
this will come out after?
Yeah, that's fine. But they are adding this technology into the pepper spray. So if you double click the pepper spray, the police will come. So cool, right?
Wait, the girls are gonna be so safe.
I know.
And when the girls are safe, everyone better watch the fuck out.
Watch out. We are covering our drinks.
When we
we're
can move and be like
everything.
not scared.
We have everything on us, like pepper spray. You know, we're gonna call the police if you come too close.
Back the fuck up.
It's great here in New York. I even saw some scary like TikTok video the other day of a girl. She was just laying down in Central Park, and some woman was like asking her questions, and they started to get really personal of like, who are you dating? Like, what are you into? Like, just really specific questions. And the girl was like, what is going on? Why did she ask me all these questions?
A woman? A random woman?
So she thought it was like linked to human trafficking, which 100% it was.
Oh my God. I was at a party in LA once, and it was like around the Super Bowl time. And it was just like, I don't even remember what the party was, but this woman came up to me and my girlfriends, and she was like, you guys are so cute, like whatever. And we were like, cool, yay. And then she kept like buying us shots and she was with a group of guys.
Yeah.
And then they invited us. They were like, Super Bowl party tomorrow. You guys have to come. It's like at this mansion. Like it sounded sick.
Yeah.
And then she was just like texting us, like really trying to get us to come to the Super Bowl party. And we had just heard a story of something like that where women will kind of like bestie you to try to make it seem safe. And then it's like a whole human trafficking thing.
And the Super Bowl is the #1 human trafficking event of the year.
Wait, so our intuition was right, probably.
Oh my God, probably.
Wait, that's crazy.
It's the #1 event.
So why is this close to your heart?
Just like safety.
Yeah, like why'd you start this?
I
Because
started.
we have to tell the people. We know, but we gotta let the people know.
Well, I started Nightcap when I was 16. I had a friend that had her drink spiked at the bar, and I basically.
Were you with her?
No, but I heard about it, and I felt like hopeless. Like, okay, like what do you do? I have been around people who have had their drink spiked though. Like I've seen that.
Does anything but like is it like a bad outcome?
I mean the one time that I remember, it's like so interesting because I noticed it from my perspective of being the owner of this company was like the club throws you out. They tell you to,
Because you're like, you're too drunk.
They tell you to get out of the club, and then they tell you to take off your wristband. It's like the first thing they do, like take off your wristband.
So they don't want to be traced to it.
They don't want anyone knowing where you came from. So that was my experience, and I thought it was so interesting. Obviously, the person that was drugged there was unconscious, like laying in our friend's arms. This is a whole other separate story though that I actually like don't really talk about. But originally my friend was roofied, and I ended up going to bed one night a few weeks later and thought of the idea of a scrunchie that doubles as a drink cover when I was sleeping. And when I woke up, I was like, holy shit, this could save someone's life. Let me just like make this. So I ran around my house and went in my mom's closet and grabbed her stockings and an old scrunchie from my room, and I taped it up. I was like, this could save someone. Like, I have nothing to lose. Let me just keep going.
You're in high school though.
High school,
You're
16, yeah. Just with that one thing in mind, and also like one thing in mind of this could keep someone safe, this could protect someone, and also I want something for when I go to college. So those two things kept me going.
Had it been weighing on you before the dream came to you? Like, were you thinking about it?
I feel like some part of me was, because how do you just come up with that in a dream? Like, it's so random.
Yeah.
It wasn't like top of mind, but it definitely was like in my subconscious somewhere.
Right. So what do you think about like, you know what I'm gonna ask? What do you think about like destiny and fate? Like, do you think that was like your calling?
I do now. I think ideas are, I think a lot of people have ideas, and it's kind of like the universe's way of saying like, this needs to be brought to life. So it's your job to act on them, because if you don't, it's going to go to someone else. Cause it's literally like, it's like something being born. Like someone has to bring it into the universe. Yeah. So I've had people be like, oh my God, I've thought of that. And I'm like, okay, well, did you do anything?
Between the thinkers and the doers, bitch.
I mean, yes. And I just felt like, of course, this was something that I had no idea if it would work. I just was like having fun. I didn't really care for school. So
yeah, were you a good student?
No, I was not.
Were you entrepreneurial in general?
Yeah, I used to cry in math class. Like,
totally same.
So annoying. I did not like any thing regarding being told what to do.
Oh my God, I was such a rebel without cause. Like, I would be in school for no reason and be like, can we just fucking learn outside?
Yeah.
Or
let's go outside and like play.
Yeah, and I like hated it. And in retrospect, I'm like, well, I could have like learned Spanish or something.
Could have. But at the same time, like, we can still do that now.
We can.
We can do that now. Like, I was in Spanish 5 in high school, and I didn't know any Spanish. So,
Right. You can just like kind of like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Something didn't add up there. But I still feel like the reason why I became an entrepreneur is because I didn't like being told what to do from teachers, from my parents. Like, I caused a lot of trouble in high school, and I just didn't like rules. So,
like, what kind of trouble?
I would just like leave class a lot and like just like walk around the hallways. I was very social, so I would leave class for probably like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and I would like run into friends in the hallway, be like, what are you doing? Like, let's go for a walk.
That was the best. That was like the coolest when you're like, oh my God, like Steve finds is meeting me in the hallway, like outside of the green room. And, like,
fun.
We're gonna walk to like,
we're just gonna go
together.
walk. We're gonna go go to the vending machine and like hang out.
And create like a little moment.
And eventually you do that so much that you don't get in trouble for it. So you just do, that's just your thing. I mean, my high school was just like something else.
In Florida?
Yeah, it was something else. I went to like a private school. There's not really good schools in Florida, so my parents like figured out a way to like send me to a private school. My brother went there too. He's my co-founder.
Right.
And this school honestly exposed me to so much like success that I had never seen in my life, which is so interesting because I never had seen some things like that before. I didn't realize that people
Like people's parents or from the actual students?
Parents, just parents that like, I didn't know nannies could pick you up.
Right.
I didn't know you could live in a mansion on the water. I didn't know. I wasn't exposed to that ever until I went to my, like more specifically, like I just transferred schools in middle school. That school was on like Palm Beach Island, and
So slay.
then when I went to high school, it was similar to that school. So I really genuinely think exposure is so important for people, because if you don't know something exists, you literally you can't desire it.
Yeah.
So being in that environment so young exposed me to having your own empire, building your own thing, creating your own wealth, like that.
What did your parents do?
My dad is 73 and he still works 9 to 5.
Oh wow.
I think he's 73. But he if you
He's
talk
a
to him, he's
hustler.
like 45.
Yeah.
Like, he just likes working. My parents they met as journalists.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's so chic.
I know, right? So they wrote my dad was more of like a writer. My mom's more of like selling ads in the paper. But
Okay.
they worked at the newspaper together for.
Are you like artsy, like creative minded or business minded? It seems like kind of both, right?
I feel like both. I feel like I started very creative minded, and now I'm so invested in business.
Yeah, because you're
and-
slaying game. You're slaying boots.
Slaying boots.
Slaying boots, as they say.
Yes, it's just cool because I actually feel that when you're creative, you can make business creative. Like you can solve problems creatively, and you have a different kind of mindset. Like I think creative people are really good problem solvers.
Mm-hmm,
and
totally.
when you're in business, because you can just be like, oh, well, why don't we do it this way?
Yeah. You're imaginative.
Yeah. So it's a combination of both, which is really fun. What about you? What do you think you are?
No, I'm not very, I'm creative. I'm like, money and stuff and numbers is like not for me.
Yeah.
Like math, like I like had to pay my teacher to get me through quantitative reasoning.
Oh my God.
I also had another teacher who was like super fucking miserable. And the first day of class, he like told us his story, and he was like, yes, so I'm a professor. I've always been a professor. And like I got out of college, I got a job as a professor. It was a safe job. And my friend was like, do you want to leave and do the startup with me? And he was like, no, like the economy's bad. Like I'm just going to do the safe job. It was Microsoft. Is that insane?
Oh my God.
I was like, no wonder you're fucking miserable.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
See, that is like a fear. That's
Yeah.
a fear unlock because
Yeah.
no.
With
when
like
you
opportunity and stuff, like, I mean, we can like get there, but I mean, we'll edit this all together to make it like this can probably come after this part, because I think people need to know, like, so you start with pantyhose and like a rubber band.
Literally start with my mom's, stockings. I used to say pantyhose, but then people were like, her panties? I'm like, no.
Yeah, it is kind of like a 1940s word.
Like, okay, we're going to go with stockings now. So,
Or like tights. Like what happened? Like they're all the same thing, right?
Literally, same thing. So we'll go with stockings. But yes, I grabbed her stockings and a scrunchie for my room, and I just taped them up, created this prototype, and my dad was like, this is either nightcap or top hat. I was like,
He just had it like that?
He was just like, well, journalism. So he was like, yeah. And then I said, this is nightcap. I love that. Top hat is funny.
So like you came up, you have the dream, you come up with the prototype, you're like, you show your dad, you're like, this is going to be a business. Like we're doing it.
I didn't think about it that much. I just made it. And then he came up with a name. And then because I was going to that school, my parents couldn't answer any business questions. So I actually like kind of took it upon myself to go to a friend's mom who like owned this cool fashion brand. And I was like, hey, I have this idea. And she's like, come over, let's talk about it. So she and I sit down. She's like, this is a Shark Tank product. The first thing you need to do is go get a patent. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go do it. So my dad and I drive to this patent office, file for the patent. And at this point, like, I still don't know. I'm just like, let's just protect it, protect the idea, whatever. So we do that. Then he starts calling people that he knows from his world. He's like, can anyone make a logo?
Wait, that's so sweet. So like everyone believed in you at that point. Because you're 16 in high school? Like I would imagine my friends would be like, okay, freak. Like we're trying to get drunk and cry and figure out how to not cry when we're drunk.
I mean, yeah. Like I had certain people that believed in it, but I won't say that. No, I wouldn't say creating something like this in high school or college.
Did it make you popular?
No, not at all.
Which is so funny because they're probably like hitting you up now and be like, hey, I saw you on Shark Tank.
I've been asked for jobs recently by people who were terrible to me.
It's gotta feel good.
I don't even care. I'm just like, are you serious?
So transparent.
Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't make me, because I don't need to be validated from my high school bully.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I just
don't know,
find
that trauma does kind of like I would like it just doesn't resonate for you.
I mean, I don't know. I've done a lot of work, so it doesn't like.
You've done the therapy.
I've pulled the weeds out, so I don't care about. Maybe like if I didn't do the work, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Like this makes me feel good, but I don't care. So to me, it's just. I guess it's telling my younger self that like, no, you were right, and like no one deserved to be treated that way because.
Like they literally bullied you?
Yeah, there were some mean guys. I had some
They're
experiences.
Like, Shirah, we want to roofie you. Stop.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I definitely have. Yeah, I definitely have gotten those jokes before, but no.
Or just like, what do you think you're doing?
Like you want specifics on how they were bullies to me? Okay, I guess we'll go into it. I remember one time, there was like a tradition in my high school where we would all go to this like resort, like maybe someone would get like a really nice hotel room and we would go to this party at the resort. And we went to the party. There were 50 people from my high school there. Then this guy that's in my grade, he invites everyone back to the room. And when I get there, he's like, no, you can't come in. So I sat on the floor on New Year's and I just like sat in the hallway.
That's really sad.
And
no one else was like,
no one was
she can come in, stop being an asshole.
I mean, I had a best friend that like eventually stood up for me, but no.
High school kids are like,
that's like I
sat
on the floor. Yeah, and like it's fine because they wanted to go party. Like I should probably figure it out. How the fuck do I get in this room? Anyway, I figured it out, but like,
did they think you were like no fun because the product you were inventing was like?
I feel like this was pretty much before Nightcap, actually.
Oh, they just were mean to you.
Yeah, they were just mean.
Fuck.
They were just mean. Anyway,
okay, where were we with the Nightcap production?
Wait, where were we with that? How did we get there?
Dad said patent. You were getting a patent with Dad.
Patent with Dad. We called a logo designer. She created like some logos, and then we were just doing those little things. And then my brother was going to Florida State at the time. And he was like, this is a huge problem on my college campus. Let me help you. So I was like, all right, cool.
You guys were tight already?
He was in college for a few years, so we hadn't like spent a lot of time together because he was in school.
He's older, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he was my brother, so like, there's no one else in the world that if someone's gonna help me, it's gonna be you.
There's just like a trust there that like
100%.
Okay, cool.
So he came home, started working on it, found like some manufacturers, was just like doing things to get off the ground. And like at a point I was like, oh my God, this is a business. We applied for Shark Tank like pretty early on. And I was making these TikTok videos, one that had made us like $40,000.
Right.
So when we went on Shark Tank.
Wait, so because I saw you guys on Shark Tank and it was like you made the 40,000. Had $68,000 in sales up to that point, and it was what around for 11 months, 9 months,
Yeah.
11 months.
Yeah.
So how
11.
were those first 9 months of like less sales? Like, were you like freaking out or
No, because I was 16.
you were in high school? Yeah,
like I was like, oh my God,
anything's great.
Yeah, like I don't even have a job. I'm literally doing my homework. Like, okay, great. We made 40 grand from a TikTok. That's insane. That's so surreal. So when we went on Shark Tank, we had $68,000 in sales and 40 was from the TikTok. So when we went on the show, which was also the craziest thing that I've ever done.
I want you to run us through like the whole Shark Tank.
Yeah, it was nuts. That we were able to say like, oh my God, we made this much from a TikTok. And so I think that's when they were like, oh, this is valid. Like there's potential here. And we've done over 10 million in sales now, which was like, I think that was 6 years ago we went on Shark Tank. But yeah.
Was Mark Cuban kind of hot in real life?
I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. So
I've seen him in real life and I'll say yes.
Yeah. Right. Like kind of hot in real life. Is Damon John short?
Yeah. Really short.
Really short.
He's really short. Wait, you know, both of them were at South by. I'm surprised you guys didn't see them. I saw them both.
Oh, I saw you see Mark Cuban at South by.
Yeah.
And you like were like, what up?
Yeah.
What was the vibe? Like tell
With
me
Mark?
Like, just with all of them.
She wants to know about Mark.
Like, is he single?
Well, I was 17 on the shows. So.
Yeah, take us through the Shark Tank of everything. So like people like you need to apply for Shark Tank, you apply, you get approved. Like we want to know to T to B Shark Tank.
You guys want the Shark Tank tea?
We want the Shark Tank.
Okay. I'm going to spill it all.
Spill it all.
Okay, so basically you apply online. There's no magic wand. Everyone's like, oh my God, what'd you do? Literally applied online. Or you can go to an open casting call. So there's those two ways. Or you get scouted. So we applied, and it basically from the time we applied to the time we aired was like a year. We would get calls back every few months. And then when it started to get closer, honestly, the first call we ever got back, I was like, we're going to get on. Like I knew. I always knew. I used to watch the show as a kid and I was like, I'm going to do that.
It's so sick.
So when we would just get calls and calls and calls, and eventually we started hopping on like real phone calls to like practice our pitch and stuff. And this was during COVID. So they flew us to Las Vegas. Normally it's filmed in California, but they flew us to Vegas. We quarantined for 10 days.
I cannot even believe 10 days of staying in a hotel room before the biggest moment of your life, like just to make you super nervous.
Just to make you super nervous, and you could potentially be cut from, like you could do all of that and then they won't air it.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because they obviously don't air every single one. And airing it, like, so could you still get the deal, but they wouldn't air it, or would that not happen?
Yeah, I think that's possible.
But it just wouldn't be good exposure.
They're typically, like, if you got the deal, it's more likely that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they would take those ones off. But I think it's 40,000 people apply. And then they just start narrowing it down. And then I think 100-ish film. So we went out there. I was 17, so my dad got to come because I was a minor. And
That's
that
nice.
gave us like we got to have like 2 separate rooms where we had more space to run around. And then my brother and I would wake up. We would order iced coffee, obviously. And then we would just pitch. Like we would just practice our pitch. To each other for hours. So we were so prepared. If he messed up I would probably be able to like take it over. We knew it so well.
Yeah.
So,
muscle memory at that point.
Yeah, like you could do it with your.
But you still don't know if in the moment you're gonna black out or like freeze or something, right?
Oh my God! So it would it's terrifying.
Had you pitched anyone big up until that point?
I hadn't. He had. He did like 4 different ones at school and won a bunch of money for us to originally start the business. But this was my first ever experience doing something like this. And on the 10th day, they take you out and you go and like wait in this room and you're like, oh my God, like what? So there's these 2 doors and you're standing behind the 2 doors. And then when the doors open, you're walking down like the dun, 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 that one, but there's no music. So that was the craziest part to me. I was like, wait, where's the music? It's just silent.
It's just me and my thoughts.
It's just me and my thoughts. Thank God I had someone with me there. Thank you,
Yeah.
Michael. Thank you. So then the second door's open and then you see Mr. Wonderful just like staring at you. And it's like terrifying.
His bald head shining in the light.
Yeah, the bald head's right there, right under the light. And we had all the OGs. So it was Mark, Barbara, Lori, Kevin, and Damon.
Could you see them? Like it wasn't like you can look them in the eyes.
Well, once the door is open and we were standing there, yeah, they're there.
How was Barbara's vibe?
I love her.
I love her.
We should get her here.
I know.
I love her. And I know people that work with her that also love her.
I've emailed Ted from the shirt group like a couple times. We like met him at something. He gave us his email, but he hasn't emailed me back. So
really?
We'll have to drop your name and then maybe she'll
Drop
come
my
on.
name. I don't know if she knows me, but like she knows my friends.
Yeah. No, I know. She would be amazing. And I just feel like being amongst her would like give you strength.
Oh my gosh, 100%. Well, even what was cool was when I met you guys at South by, I ran into Damon and that he was like, oh my God, Lori's told me so much about you. I'm like, that's so cool.
Because at this point you were close. Well, okay, so you're pitching. Are you nervous at the time or did you just lock in?
I think I was so young that I didn't know what was going on, so I wasn't nervous.
Hell yeah.
And I was so delusional, and if I did it again, I would be nervous.
Lori wanted it in 1 second, pretty much.
Yeah. So, okay, yeah. I guess I forgot to mention that part. So Lori basically jumped on it like super quickly. We did a really awesome deal with her, and that was it. Like it was honestly, I think our Shark Tank experience couldn't have gone any better. It was pretty much the best case scenario.
Yeah, it was exactly what someone would want.
It was.
And now she's a pretty. Do you work closely with her still at this point?
Yeah, so she's like basically a partner. Like it's like me and my brother, her, and then there's like one other person on the cap table. If you know Julia Michaels, she's a singer. You know the song "If the World Was Ending"?
No, can you sing it for me?
No.
Can anyone sing it?
You guys don't know that song?
But you would know her. I know who she is.
Yeah.
I actually really love her music.
Why is there a singer on your board?
Right? So random. Well, she saw us on Shark Tank and she was like, I really love what you guys are doing. Can I be involved?
Wow. And then also, your sales tripled after Lori.
The night of Shark Tank, we did like 200. Well, the next like 48 hours, we did like $200,000 in sales, which was wild. That's when we realized like this is a real thing.
Were
People
you just
need
like
this.
Buzzing?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it was probably the craziest night of my life.
Did you party?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Any deets? Party in Vegas?
No.
Cocaine
just
with
like,
your brother and your dad?
none of that. No, just like a table at this bar club.
That's so sick, Shirah. Like literally your life changed.
You know what Shark Tank did is it validated Nightcap. It made wearing a drink cover that people did not used to do because they didn't know they had to a really valid product and validated the problem that it existed, which I think without Shark Tank, it would have taken a lot more time to give credibility to our brand.
Yeah. It's a star.
Well, I was going to say, like, what other shows do you do?
Chris from Giggly Squad.
Hey.
I'm freaking out.
Hey, dude.
No, it's not. Prove it.
Prove it. Show us your text with them.
No.
Just kidding.
Well, so
do
you
that
sit
to
in
my
on
girl.
every Giggly Squad episode?
Not every one of them. When they record in New York, they record here.
Did they record the most, like 3 last recent ones in New York?
One of the most recent ones.
Did you listen to them?
Yeah, I always listen to women.
They
what
were-
are you talking about?
He literally probably tuned out.
They were-
Actually, good question.
Did you tune out? Because they were talking about drink spiking for like half the episode.
That's
don't think
sick,
that was
Shirah.
here.
And they talked about your product?
Yes, but it's crazy because at the end of so they talked about drink spiking in the beginning, and then at the end of the episode, Hannah brings up some nail polish that never came out.
That was gonna be to test if drinks were roofied or spiked.
It's not a thing, but everyone knows about it. And then Paige is like, oh, and those girls that invented this hair tie that also covers your drink. But I was on a walk in Miami like a month ago. I don't live in Miami. I was staying at a friend's. I woke up, went for a hot girl walk, and I walked into this random Pura Vida. It was like the size of this couch, very small Pura Vida. And this girl walks in. I'm like, that looks like Paige DeSorbo. Holy shit. And it was Paige DeSorbo, and I love her. So she orders like a few waters at the register, and I was like, oh my God, Paige, I'm a giggler. Like, I went into full fan mode. I was like, I'm a giggler. I literally love you. And she's like, oh my God, like, you look so cute.
Wait, was this before she mentioned you on the show?
Yes, but I didn't say
that's
anything.
Probably why. Oh, really?
I said not a word about Nightcap. And then on my way home, I was like, what a missed opportunity, because she could have mentioned me on the podcast.
And then she did.
Manifest.
She did it anyway.
I love when it happens quickly like that.
She did it anyway.
That's
insane.
Sick. So people come to you with like their stories a lot of the time, I imagine. Is that hard?
Yeah.
Because it's sort of like synonymous-ish, I would imagine, with being a therapist, where like you're inundated with heavy shit.
Yeah, I think it really turned me off from like the nightlife world, like so heavily. I think it also made me realize that everyone has a story.
Everyone has a fucking story.
Everyone has a scary story.
Yeah, there's certainly some documentaries out there that are really good at highlighting the issue, like the one about the military, the one about the college campuses. But I feel like people just get uncomfortable talking about it. Are there any stories that people have come to with that have really stuck with you?
Yes.
Care to share?
I mean, there's a lot, but there's one. Well, there's many, but we made a documentary last year. I focused it on Boston, Massachusetts. I'm not from there at all. I just know drink smoking is a huge problem over there. We went to Boston. My friend let me use her house, which was so nice. But also, my friend who let me use her house was part of she was part of the documentary. So she went out with her ex-boyfriend one night in college. She was drinking like a beer, and she went to go say hi to some friends and came back and ended up becoming extremely sick. And basically her ex-boyfriend had to take her to the hospital. But the problem with the hospital, obviously, if you're roofied, you want to go to the hospital. But the problem with the hospital is that they won't test you unless you've been sexually assaulted. So when you're at the hospital, they gave her something, but they gave her a shot of Haldol, which did not mix well with the medication she was already on and the drugs that were in her system. So that led to serotonin syndrome, which is like you're like throwing up and like going to the bathroom like at the same time. And they handcuffed her to the bed. They took her clothes off, like, while she was unconscious. She was treated so poorly in the hospital. And her mom was like, she needs a test. They were like, no. Like, they didn't test her. So,
test her for roofies or test her for being sexually assaulted?
For roofies. Huh. She wasn't sexually assaulted, which is why they didn't give her a test. Probably,
she was able to go to the hospital, so she like escaped it.
So so she is someone that, she tells the story all the time, and that led to the documentary is a lot about how drink spiking is not just about that night, but like how you are stuck with that story and what you don't know what happened to you or why it happened to you for the rest of your life. So that story is really, really strong because the girl, she's a friend of mine, and like she's the sweetest person ever. And to hear step by step in pictures, to see photos of like what you went through, what you looked like that night, it's so sad. And she's one of many. So she was in my documentary. We have it on YouTube. It's free. It's called When Is It Enough?
Right, literally, When Is It Enough?
Literally called it When Is It Enough? And I also highlighted a story of this woman named Shawnee, but unfortunately it was her daughter. She was going to the University of Miami, and she had walked out. She basically left the bar with her friend, and then her friend was like, just kidding, I don't want to leave. So she gets stuck. Her daughter, Bailey, gets stuck outside the club and can't get back in. So she calls an Uber to go back to University of Miami campus. go back to her dorm. These guys come up to her and they're like, hey, like, we're going there too. Like, we'll just come with us. And so she's like, oh, cool. Like this dorm? They're like, yeah. So she gets in the car with the guys. The guys are taking her around this, basically they call it like a 4-mile loop in Miami. It's linked to like, they think human trafficking and sex trafficking. So obviously she doesn't know this, but she's in the car and they like make a stop. And the stop is at a gas station, but the guy lives above the gas station, comes out with water. So he's like, you guys thirsty? Like, drink this water. So she drinks a little bit of the water and she's texting her friends that this is happening. Like, they're giving me.
She was freaked out. She could tell it was weird. Okay.
Yeah. So
I could see me being there and being like, this is completely normal. Like you wouldn't necessarily, not everyone would necessarily pick up on the fact that like something weird is going on.
No, like I'm just trying to get a ride back.
Yeah, they're nice enough.
And that's so sweet of them to get me water. So somehow she escapes that car. Like they get out of the car. I think the Uber driver kicked them out is what happened. And anyway, she's now by herself. And she's texting her friends like, hey, someone needs to come get me. Meanwhile, she's drugged at this point.
Oh, she had been drugged already.
So she was that water that she was drinking.
That's why she noticed it was weird, because the water was weird tasting?
I think so. So
whoa.
She started to feel sick and she was texting her friends. She's like, friends, come and get me. And they're like, just send a pin. And it's pouring rain in Miami, like pouring rain. So they're just like, send a pin. And so 3 miles away she is from her friends. So she sends a pin, starts walking back, gets hit by a car, does not make it. Like
holy fuck, that's tragic.
Yeah, it is. It's devastating. And her mom tells this story to help other people like not go through these things and to spread awareness about, there's all this paperwork that we should be aware of for when, if something were to happen to us and you don't have certain papers, which they have on, it's called Bailey's Wish Foundation. Like you can go and look all this stuff up. But if you don't have certain papers, your parents can't make decisions for you if you're like unconscious, or people, it doesn't have to be your parents, but like your guardian or someone else. The hospital essentially makes those decisions. Someone you don't.
Clearly they don't make great decisions.
Yeah. So
what should someone do if they get their drink spiked? Like it doesn't sound like there's a great option.
There's really not. But we just came out with a test called QuickSol. So this is something we're trying to get into hospitals. And QuickSol is a molecular test. So similar to a COVID test, you spit in it and it'll tell you. So this gives you basically answers and you can timestamp it and use it in court. So it'll actually say, this is what's in your system. This is when it got put in your system.
So that's kind of nice because you can at least be like, okay, it was at this bar, like I was with this people. It could have been this person, because I feel like the unknown of it all is really violating. Because isn't it something too, like it's a lot of people close to you who do that?
Yeah. So the most common person to spike your drink is someone that you know. But the test is really amazing because exactly what you're saying, you can go back, check cameras if you have evidence, and use it in court. So you can then figure out where this is happening, who's doing it. When now we don't have anything like that. Or hospitals will only have toxicology tests, which clearly they're not using enough of. And the toxicology test costs thousands of dollars. This doesn't. This costs a few $100s. So that's where we're getting closer.
Yeah, you're like out here doing like the Lord's work. Did you know that roofies weren't available until 1975?
No, I didn't know that. But that's like a certain type of drug, Rohypnol, right?
Yeah.
So like drink
Because I was looking it up because it was like interested in this. I was like, why did they even invent roofies?
Right.
It's because of like severe insomnia or like an anesthetic. But I'm like, so this, if they became publicly available in 1975, that's what, 25 years or 50 years ago? So like all of these things that you're doing, it's like kind of like newly like it's tackling this new problem.
Yeah, and roofies is tied to the specific drug Rohypnol. So drink spiking in it, like as a whole, is just someone putting something unwanted in your drink. So it could be Xanax, it could be GHB, it could be as something as, I don't know, it could be additional alcohol. But typically my theory on why it's someone that you know is because a lot of people are just using this stuff already. Like it's in their pocket and they're just throw it in, thinking they're either doing
Like
you a
Molly
favor.
or something? Yeah.
Like thinking they're doing you a favor, but it reacts differently with everyone.
Yeah.
So they're
That's
like,
so fucked up.
I know.
You can't just be like, yeah, you didn't want to do the Molly tonight, and I said that you should, so I put it in your drink anyway. Like, that's so twisted that people think that's okay.
happens all the time. Yeah, it's twisted, but it's so common.
I also think it's important that people know that men get drink spiked a lot too and like get robbed. Like it's,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the sexual assault of it all for men is like really a really shameful thing. I mean, I think it's really shameful for women, but also probably like more in a way for men because it is kind of like a woman's issue.
Yeah. Well, I just came from the New York Stock Exchange. And I was talking to my friend Peter, who I was like making content with. He has a big following of basically, I mean, women too, but like women and men with money that are investing in stocks. And he was like talking about the problem of how it happens to women. And I was like, no, like you should tell your male wealthy friends that this is actually a very common problem. And if you're wealthy and if you're wearing something nice, you are a target for robbery. So everyone should be aware as a whole. We're all targets. But when we grow up, I don't know if this is how you were too, but I was told very vaguely, drink spiking happens to young women in college at a party, right? Like that's what we kind of knew.
Yeah, it was like very much a college thing.
Yeah, and I hear so
and
many.
We did think about it. Like we're like, I don't want that in an open cup. Like, you know, like that was like a kind of dialogue that was around campuses and stuff like that.
Yeah, campuses are okay at spreading awareness. Like they are the biggest purchasers of Nightcap, if I'm being honest. So they buy them, put them in the freshman year bags or hand them out on campus.
Nice.
They're a huge customer of ours. We work with like 300 colleges. But I think that we don't realize that it's not just students. It's any age, any gender, it doesn't matter what you're drinking. And then it's someone that you know is most common to do it. So you're talking about work happy hours, conferences, pre-games, private homes. That's where it's happening the most. Oh, isn't that crazy?
And a work happy hour is probably so hard to talk about that too.
Oh, I know someone who had that happen to her. This guy spiked her drink, and then he told his boss that she was assaulting him. So she got fired. And she was like high up in the company. She got fired.
Holy fuck. How does this affect your general like view of people? Like, are you like, people are fucked and it's the world is scary?
I feel like it should have made me like that more. I am typically a really optimistic person, so I feel like just because I'm in this space, I hear it all. But typically in my day-to-day life, like I like people. I feel like I see the good in everyone first.
I think maybe that's how you can do this type of thing. Like if you were already, like if this was like creating, like hardening you to the world, I think that could not be the right person for the job potentially.
Yeah, and I think it actually helps with becoming more of like an emotionally intelligent person because I have to hold space for people all the time, which at 16 and 17 was really hard to do.
Yeah.
Now, if someone tells me their story, like I can like sit with them and talk to them and like understand, it's good for me to hear these stories because I can take it to the state of California and be like, this is what's happening.
Yeah, you're passing bills. Right?
Yeah.
You're out here passing bills.
Yeah, so it's good for me to know because I'm literally taking these people's stories and I'm using them to everyone's benefit.
And are you like connecting people with others? Like, oh, this person has a similar story. Like you should like talk to kind of create a community around it, or that might be sensitive.
I've tried. I think it's hard as someone who hasn't had this happen to them. Honestly, I can't sit like monitoring a group chat. And maybe someone else can do this for me. But like, please reach out if you think this is for you. But I feel like the person who's running that needs to really feel and have had the same encounter or experience. I'm doing other things with it. Like I'm
totally
lobbying,
you're passing
and
fucking bills,
stuff like that.
Yeah. For you personally as a person, so like I love the story of the Forever 21 collab.
Oh my God.
You've done amazing collabs, by the way, which I mentioned in the intro, but like, can you tell the story of the Forever 21, how you got to collab with them?
Yes.
Because it's just some badass shit.
Yeah, I love this story because I haven't told it in so long. And such a good one. I went to a conference called Shop Talk, which is in Vegas. It's for retail. Now it's growing. People are going there if they're like it's just an e-commerce or retail businesses. But I we're not really in retail. Like we're not in stores. I think that's like a next year project. So I kind of had no business being there, to be honest.
You just, yeah.
I was there.
I mean, there's a point in business where you just have to like do everything and just
Yeah.
like see what comes of it.
Exactly. You just have to be in places like that's how we met.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was in Vegas and the CEO of Forever 21 was on stage speaking about women empowerment. And I was just sitting there like, oh my God, she is so badass. And so typically at these conferences, what they do is the speakers speak and then they go and they shove them in a room.
Yeah. They
and like it's like
shuffle them to a green room so fast.
green room. No, don't talk to them. You can't talk to them. They're way better than you. Like that's the vibe, you know? And that's why I love South by Southwest because they don't do that there. And so what I noticed was that they had walked off the stage and they were just standing there. So like to me, that's an opportunity. I don't like nothing stops me right there. If I see you're standing there and like I'm inspired by you, I'm telling you. So my roommate at the time, we walk up to the CEO of Forever 21 and I'm just like, oh my God, you did so amazing. She's like, thank you. What's going on? I'm like, this is my product, Nightcap. Like it's a scrunchie, covered your drink at the bar. Can we, actually I didn't say anything. I just was like, it's a scrunchie, covers your drink at the bar. And she's like, let's get this in all the stores.
Wow.
I said,
right then and there.
What? She's like, I have a daughter. Like, let's get this in all the stores. And I was like, okay.
What, 400 storefronts?
400 stores
right?
later, 400 Forever 21 stores later, $40,000 check later.
Dude, go off.
Crazy. So
good.
her name is Winnie Park. She's not the CEO of Forever 21 anymore. She might work at Five Below.
Okay, well, let's get them in Five Below. Like, that's like a good person to know who likes your product.
No, I
and you
love
can just
Winnie.
like keep running shit up like that.
And
so is
I
that
love
something that you seem good at, like the public speaking and the networking and like that side of the business of stuff? What was your motivation to kind of like, was it sense of purpose, mission driven? Was it finances? Was it everything? Like what?
Just in general, like what?
Of like being such a hustler, you kind of sacrificed your college career. I mean, you dropped out of college too. And
I really love a challenge and I love to put myself in situations that are extremely uncomfortable.
It's like exposure therapy.
It is exposure therapy. And once you've done that so many times, you're immune to it. And I actually think it's really bad to stop putting yourself in uncomfortable situations because you get comfy. You get comfortable with where you're at and then you become stagnant. So if you're not going to, you know, how we met, South by Southwest, this event, that event, walking into rooms that you don't belong in or sitting at dinner tables where you don't know anyone, when you stop doing that, it's actually like bad.
What about fear? Like, do you don't have any fear of rejection or fear of failure?
My God. At this point, I can't, no, because it's happened so many times. But that's the point is I walked up to a million Winnie Parks before Winnie Park said, let's get this in all the stores. So.
And they just said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sweetie.
So I approached so many people. Hi, this is my product, Nightcap. This is what it does. Like it protects you, whatever. And they were like, great. Send me an email or whatever. I followed up with Winnie like, I don't know, once or twice after. And she just like, it just worked out. We made it happen. But there were so many times where like, I've been rejected so many times, 100,000 jillion times. I'm like,
it's just part of it. You don't care anymore at all.
No.
Yeah, that's a good lesson, I feel like, for people to learn.
It is.
It's like the only way that you can really do any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, are you working like every day? Like, how's your schedule as an entrepreneur and a CEO and a founder?
Yeah, right now I am, I think.
Is it at the sacrifice? Like, what are the sacrifices for that type of thing?
I have shifted my focus like in the last few months to just like, this is it. This is what I want to do. And
business.
Yeah. In order to do that and to go all in, I had to basically like move out of my apartment and now I'm living with my family right now. As you know, I was going to move to New York and like, even thinking about living in New York, I was listening to some girl and she was saying, I was so busy. She had moved to New York from London running this business. Her name's Amy on TikTok. She's also like a founder girly. She moved to New York and she was so busy that she was in her apartment working all day in her apartment alone in New York.
Paying $1 million for rent, like the whole city's busy outside. Yeah, that's interesting.
And that validated how I was feeling because I was like, you know what? This is all I want is to just like see so much success in this area. And if I want this, I have to move out of my apartment. There's too many distractions.
Why? What was your apartment? You lived with your friends?
All my friends lived in the building. There's a club downstairs. There's music playing. I go to bed. I can hear the DJ.
And then you can't hang out with your friends all the time, and they probably start getting bummed on you.
Yes.
Or when you do hang out with them, do you feel guilty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
It's awesome.
I know, but I'm working on it. I think it's so important to be present in those moments because you don't get those back. But I've managed because now I do my spiking my friends' drinks videos while I'm out with my friends. So I'm
those
working.
are so good.
So I'm working. Thank you. But yeah, I've kind of realized this is my priority right now. I work all day, but I don't know. That's just what you have to do. I think there's times where it slows down for people. There's times where I basically spend 30% of my time hiring people, which we were talking about or earlier, outsourcing what we need to do. For example, we just hired a graphic designer. We just hired someone to optimize our mini chat so we can take all of our Instagram followers and convert them to sales.
Yeah.
We just hired someone to basically create and then run our meta ads. So
Wait, how old are you? 23?
yeah. But I'm figuring all of this out as I go, and I'm talking to people, asking so many questions, being so curious, and never feeling like I've figured it out.
Yeah.
Because
Didn't you have some insecurities about being young?
yeah.
It's kind of funny because everyone's so worried about being behind in life, and you were at it early and had insecurity about being stupider than everyone.
I mean, yeah, I think I felt like a lack of education or experience. Sorry, I felt lack of experience, and I dropped out of school. So I felt is this a lack of just not knowing? Why am I in this position? Why, again, but going back to what you were saying earlier, why was I given this dream? And I don't know how to take this and build it into what it's supposed to be. That's hard to do as a 16, 17-year-old. How am I supposed to figure this out? So I definitely felt like that for a year, at least 4 or 5 years up till recently, where now I've just accepted that it's a constant trial and error and you're never going to know how to do things. And if you're open to being the stupidest person in the room or just asking a lot of questions, you're going to end up going far because, you ask all these questions, you end up learning. I think becoming the most well-rounded version of yourself is just asking the most amount of questions, being so obsessed with how much can I learn and how much can I absorb, which comes from genuinely being curious.
Yeah.
We're not taught how to run a business in college, even if you studied business.
I don't even think anyone's taught how to run a business. And that's the funny thing about it is those questions that were framed around, or those self-doubts that were framed around, well, I'm too young, I don't have the experience. It would have just been something else at another point. You could have, if you're 25 and you're doing it, it would have just been well, I didn't do this or I didn't do this. It doesn't even matter the nature of what's in or the content of what's in those thoughts. It's those thoughts are just going to manifest themselves in whatever way because that's just human nature.
Exactly. And that applies to everything.
Yeah.
Whatever we think about ourselves or other people, that's how they show up. That's how we show up.
Is that why you started doing therapy? Was that the connection of I'm having all these intrusive thoughts and it's fucking with my business?
I started therapy. It's not really therapy. It's more coaching. I do call it therapy though, because it technically is, but I have a coach, and I started it because my brother and I originally got into a fight. And it was a fight where I was I don't know if there's any comeback from this one. So we had this huge argument, and I actually ended up running into this woman at a coffee shop, and she was a relationship coach. And when my brother and I got into a fight, I called her a month later. I didn't know I needed her at the time. I called her and I was I think I need you to hop on a call with my brother and I, just for an hour. She's done. We get on the call with her. She absolutely dissects the entire thing. We figure it out. Then we start setting up these meetings all the time to actually have a coach mentor. Rebecca Minkoff had a coach and mentor with her brother as they were running the business together.
Oh, I didn't know she did it with her brother too.
I read her book, and when I saw her that day, I was we both worked with our brother and both had
the
coaches.
coach, yeah.
And she was no way.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. If you ever listen to Esther Perel, she's an interpersonal relationship coach, and it's
Wow.
those are the type of things that need a moderator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So much of the time.
Yeah.
But I was going to say that would be, that's an interesting way to start getting into therapy because I mean, and then it just kind of like makes you materialize the self-limiting beliefs that are.
It's all about that. It's realizing that, and I feel like which so freaking cool that I didn't mention this yet, but like you had the founder of OPI on this couch.
Obsessed with her.
You know, she was, I'm Not Really a Waitress was the first book that I read about founders. And I was like, I'm obsessed.
I wish she was in my pocket at all times. She's the cutest thing in the world.
Oh, like have her in your pocket.
Yeah, like I need her in my pocket. Like I love her. She's so freaking cute.
Oh my God. I was like, this is insane that it's so
She
cool.
said, what the fuck?
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Her story was unreal. She's so cool.
She's just like the best. Like she would like love to hear from you and like love to be.
So
She's
sick.
like the realest of all time.
That book was like my exposure to business.
Yeah.
That and Shark Tank.
Well, it's like she wanted to make nail polish personal. That's what I was saying in the beginning, where like you and the girls who are doing the pepper spray, like it's like making it cute and like making it girly and like giving it an identity. That's what the girls want. It's the Gen Z fucking digital marketing rule book. Bitch.
Yeah. And bitch. And
aggressive for no reason.
The coolest part about that partnership is that me, the Safely girls, the Invisaware founders, we're all actually best friends in real life.
Oh, fun.
Like I'm
guys
seeing
should do
her
a
right after
reality
this.
show.
We should. Oh my God, good idea. We actually are best friends in real life. I'm seeing her after this. She just came in from Boston. We're going to dinner and we're going to make safety content in Central Park.
I can't wait to like it, comment, and subscribe.
Please do. Please do.
Do you think that how much of like the product versus just general likability and like being pretty has to do with the success of your business?
That's such a funny question.
It's just like kind of real for the girls because you're very extremely likable. You're well dressed. Like you come off with a lot of confidence. You're stunning, gorgeous.
Thank you. I think thank you. You're so
I just
sweet.
think it's a tool. Like it's a tool that people can like capitalize on. But people don't really talk about it.
Well, I think that it's a energy thing. Like if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you can walk into rooms and be like,
Walk up to CEOs.
yeah,
and be
you
like,
do whatever you want. Like, I mean, not whatever you want, but like, kind of. It helps. It helps you with like how you present yourself. I think optimizing like outfits and looks came last, but I think when you're sitting outside the floor, when you're sitting on a floor
outside the party,
when you're being bullied outside the party, that builds character. And like you figure out ways to like, you end up like connecting with people deeper. You like see people differently. You're like, you know what? If I'm not this, then I just have to become this.
You develop a personality and like, like
you do
some hard knocks.
Hard knocks, no pun intended.
Okay, so Okay Sweetie moment. So we named our show Okay Sweetie because like to us it's representative of those moments like we kind of mentioned where people are like, okay sweetie, like just dismissive or condescending or underestimating you.
Yeah.
So do you have an Okay Sweetie moment that comes to mind? You can think about it.
Underestimating me, like
underestimated, condescended to, or dismissed, if there's anything that comes to mind. Like being blonde.
Well, I just became blonde.
I saw old videos and I was like, wait, the blonde works.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I don't know. I guess being a girl, you walk into a room and people are just like, oh, she's just a girl. And then you're like, can I actually help you pass this law about mandating drink covers in the state of California? And they're like, yeah.
You're like, rule number 9.375. Okay, rapid fire. SweetieCap.
SweetieCap.
What's your dream collab? Besides Okay Sweetie Nightcap, obviously.
Anheuser-Busch.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's like...
I was like, why?
That's like a Michelob Ultra and like every other alcohol brand in the world.
Yeah, that would be sick. Because then it would be like...
Bruh.
It's like the problem, kind of, and the solution. Meeting and holding hands.
They literally brand everything. Like, just put your logo on a nightcap. Just do it.
They will.
Just do it.
They will after this.
Okay.
Best business advice.
You're never going to be ready for anything.
Do it anyway. Mm-hmm. Okay, these ones are fucking stupid. Fuck, marry, kill. Scrunchie vacuum dish soap.
What the fuck, you guys?
She writes these rapid fires and she doesn't consult me. And so I just want to say I didn't endorse that
Vacuum
question.
and dish soap.
Scrunchie vacuum and dish soap.
Those aren't even related.
Dish soap. Okay, marry the dish soap. Wait, no, fuck the dish soap. Marry the scrunchie and then kill the vacuum.
Fuck, marry, kill, networking, posting TikToks, and public speaking in real life.
Kill networking.
Yeah.
What were the other two? Public speaking and
Posting TikToks and public speaking.
I like posting TikToks, so I guess I'll fuck it. Why did that come off like that? Okay, we're gonna say that one more time. Okay. Okay, we're going to marry public speaking, F posting TikToks, and we're going to kill networking. Thank you. Needed to redo that one.
Shirah Benarde, everybody.
Yay.
Chris Clapp.
Thank you.
Okay, you did woo. Benarde.
Benarde today.
Shirah Benarde, everybody.
Maybe I'll just like not have a last name.
Dude, cut.
Just cancel
That's
it
cut.
out.
I'm trying to just be Jules.
Shirah.
I'm trying to be Beyonce of podcasting. Jules. She's just Shirah.
Why
There's
didn't
Okay, scratch the whole thing. It's just Shirah.
Oh my God.
Wait, I love that.
No last name.
We nailed it. Shirah, period. Get it in your heads. She's fab, just so likable, so capable. I just think she's gonna run the world one day, and we loved that conversation. And everyone go get a nightcap, it's actually really important. And all the other things. We'll link everything in the description. Links below. Make sure to do all the things. Like, sorry that we're asking for something from you. We don't want to, but like we kind of have to. Like, please give us a 5-star rating. Please just like put it on your social, share with your friends. Like, it would be really nice. We love the girls, we love the sweeties, and we'll see you on Tuesday.